Alright, that should give me some audio. Good afternoon, Ranjit. Welcome back, everyone. Had a bit of a hiatus while Troy was traveling and doing live sessions for our CEO Trader Mastermind group. That was worth me taking some time off and doing a little learning myself. Soybeans picking up a long trade, 95.25. Lots of time to get into that. I was looking at other things, but soybeans on Counterpunch Trader. Actually that's micro crude I was looking at. There's the crude chart. Actually, crude did quite well. Taking a full loss on that one. I was looking at the wrong chart. 20 ticks, so we're down 40. And we pick up this one that it's currently in for trade number 2. That was worth 20 ticks at target 1. We're still down 20. Stops at 85.24. And target 2 is worth 31. That will put us positive if we can get there. Russell stops out at 53.9, picks up a second long trade. Yep, gets in that. Money management. Don't get to target 3, but we get a break even, so we'll win the break even and another long now, pushing through session highs. I would have pushed that up 59.98, maybe even 60. Yeah, 60.1 actually is probably the right place. If you don't get in at 96, make it 59.7, and we take a full stop on that and transition to short at 56.7. That takes a full stop out. That's 2 losses. And now we have another long trade at 60.1. YM coming back with a short. 6 seconds. Probably can get into that. That is trailing at the moment at 76. We go to target 2 for 21 ticks on that one. Target 1 was not the 20 tick minimum. And that's going to be a one and done session, and we just stopped out at 71. So 8 ticks on the trailer, 21 on target, 29 ticks on the day, and done at the moment. Ooh, not nice. The Russell takes 3 quick losses and ends the session. Sorry about the audio. I hadn't had OBS running in a while and forgot to check it. 60.8, and unfortunately our session was already over with 1, 2, 3 losses. On the Micro Russell, catapult on the 15 tick or 1.5 point moment, 1.5 point Renko, custom Renko, 1.5 point brick with a 0.5 point offset. So unleaded took the full loss on that trade, 64, picked up 4 ticks there, so we're down 60. We get long at 596. That goes for target 1 or 2. Target 2 is 34. So we're down 26 at that point. We go to 99. So we're down 20. We don't get the long trade. The short trade is the 200 EMA. That one would have gotten us positive, definitely. But that's actually not a trade plan trade. So, and there's our last trade. There's our there's our next trade. 26.51, definitely in that. So down 20 ticks. YM is one and done. Soybeans taking heat in the long trade. The short trade is filtered out because we are in hybrid mode. We have stop and reverses have to agree with the trend indicator. Regular trades don't have to, but stop and reverses do. There's a target 1 for 58 ticks. That's going to get target 1 positive. And our stop is at 49, 649. If target 1 traders would take that to go ahead and take that to 652, but that's a major key level. Target 2 traders leave that couple extra ticks of risk on. 3. Yeah, I saw those, but we'd still be in the pound Aussie trade because that would have been at 8:30 this morning. But you know, U.S. and Canadian, I did see those come out, but they were at 8:30, so not in the realm at 9 o'clock or 9:30 rather from normal market open. Let's see, unleaded. Stop at 653 now. And now at 664. Okay, we need 10 ticks to get positive for target 2 from 51, that would be 61. So we are in a position where both target 1 and target 2 traders will be positive. Stop at 669. Yeah, we had a couple of made, and stopping out on unleaded. Pound Aussie and soybeans still in their long trades. Both of them taking a little bit of heat right now. Crude hitting target 1 on its third trade for 20 ticks. Let's say we're down 40, got 20. And then picked up 27 from 21, 6. So we're down 14. And trade 3 is a loss. Full stop out. So losing session on crude, winning session on unleaded. YM is one and done. So let's see if we can find micro NQ. 4 minutes in. Did not trigger that long trade. We did trigger the short trade. And yep, plenty of time on that one. So we take a full loss on the short trade. This one again, catapult. 12-point bar with a 3-point offset. Renko bar, 12-point brick, 3-point offset. So we have our 3 charts along the bottom. Micro NQ in the bottom center, Pound Aussie on the far left, and soybeans on the far right. Top charts are all done. Soybeans finding support at the 50 EMA. Will it turn and go upward again? That seems to be the pattern the last couple of cycles there, since around 440 this morning. Testing the 20, testing the 50, but finding support and continuing up. We'll see if that holds. We are at session highs, or actually we set a new session high on the last swing upward, 96 3/4. And we will look at the 10 a.m. crude session. That's interesting. The micro NQ is pushing to session lows. YM is done, but now we have a new short trade. Add-on trade at the same entry as our original long trade on soybeans. But 12.95 flat appears to be giving us some resistance. Pound Aussie coming back up through the entry again. You know, Russell at session highs. The YM, what's it doing? You know, it's been living in negative territory. Opened yesterday evening at 34,166. Only got 8 ticks above that, but got down as low as 33,966. Kind of in the middle at the moment. And the micro NQ pushing down, setting new session lows as it goes down. Russell going into consolidation mode, it looks like. As is the YM somewhat. YM breaking down below the 50 EMA, testing its 200 EMA. And a push, upward push on the pound Aussie. And a long trade on the micro NQ. $80.50, 80.5, 80 and a half. YM rolling over, micro NQ turning up, and the YM turning down. So, bit of a divergence there. And pound Aussie just missing money management. Money management at 61, 91.61. Got as high as 60.3 or 91.63. So just 7 ticks, 7/10 of a pip. You can take that either way you want. Wait for it to push through or go ahead and move your stop. Just missing money management. Alright, 10 a.m. crude mini session. Get in sync trade on the short side. We got about less than a minute to go. "15 seconds. "5 seconds. And we're in our session. And definitely in the trade now. If you brought the stop to break even on the pound Aussie, you would be out. If you're waiting for it to actually break money management, you're still in it. All right, in the short trade on crude. Still long on soybeans. Crude trying to push down through the 50 EMA. Pound Aussie still just going back and forth around the 20 SMA and 50 EMA. Okay, the trend indicator possibly may go negative. No, it has gone negative. We do have a bar close in red, so we could get a stop and reverse short with the close below the balance line. Micro NQ. Long, but back down around the entry, close to the entry. Well, IM seems to be continuing downward. Russell hasn't committed yet, but trying to break through its 50 EMA as well. Crude testing its 20 EMA. Crude with target 1, so the 10 a.m. session will be one and done. $17 ticks to target 1, $27 to target 2. Target 2 at 85.32. And Micro NQ heading off higher, going through target 1 and testing 50 EMA, trying to push through it for a target 2 win, and there we are. Now we're trailing at 96.5. And stopping out on crude at 85.56. So 17 plus 3, pick up 20 ticks on the day, or on that session. Soybean still long, pound Aussie still long. Those have been going most of the morning. Target 3 and target 4 on the Micro NQ. Make that a big win. 13, looks like 13 even. 113 even. Yeah. For the stop on the Micro NQ. still down on the net of the two mini sessions this morning on crude. $124.5 for the micro NQ stop. All right, the soybeans trade in with 3 ticks of its session high. Actually 2 ticks away now. It got within 1 tick. There we are within 1 tick of the session high. See if we're going to push through it. Target, I mean, there's touching the session high. Target's at 98 flat. $33.25 for the stop. $133.25. Micro NQ. Pound Aussie. Trade setup's not even on the screen anymore for the Pound Aussie, but we are still in the long. It's a pretty big target one on soybeans. 11 ticks, 2 3/4 points. $139.25 for the micro NQ stop. Soybean still trying to work through the session high at 96 3/4. Sitting 6 ticks below its target. $142.25 for the micro NQ stop. Pound Aussie approaching the entry again. Now we have all three market indices heading upwards. Micro NQ bottoming out and making a charge upward. YM kind of doing the same, still in negative territory, but Within about 30 points of its session open. And the micro Russell moving, solid move up, continuing to consolidate it at its new session highs and then pushed it right on up through it again. Micro Russell and YM both pushing higher, continuing to do so. Micro NQ is trying, but it's not sure right now, and there it starts to push up a little bit. 148 and a quarter for the micro NQ stop. 151 and a quarter. So micro NQ now starting to push up fairly solidly now, taking a pause. Oh, we, by the way, did transition to the December contract on crude this morning. The volume had transitioned over, so higher volume on the December contract. Those of you that are still back testing, today would be the last day for testing the November contract. You would roll over to test the December contract tomorrow. But for live trading, volume is on the December contract already, as was also true for the unleaded chart this morning. Soybeans just a few days away from transitioning to its January contract. But for the moment, volume is still on November. Soybeans will likely transition the end of this week or first of next week. $54 and a quarter for micro NQ stop. 154 and a quarter. Soybeans got within 2 ticks of target for pulling back to the entry again. Pound Aussie back at the entry again also. Crude pushing the new session highs. Questions or comments? Got 3 active trades. All 3 of our active charts are in trades. Micro NQ and a big winner trailing. Pound Aussie and soybeans both sitting right around their entry levels on long trades. All right. 181. 181 flat for micro NQ. Blowing through the 200 EMA. What is its session high? Well, it's way up there at 307 and a quarter. 298 was the session open. So it's still 100 points from the session open. And the pound Aussie and the soybeans trade still long. Pound Aussie is crossed below and is now coming up to the entry again. All right, micro NQ stopping out of the second trade, 181 flat from our entry at 080 and a half, so 100 and a half points. $2 a point on the micro, so that's $201. Soybeans within one tick, and there is money management and target on soybeans. From the setup right at 9:30. We're almost an hour into that trade. So hitting target for 11 ticks. Soybeans will be one and done. Short trade on the micro NQ. That spiked down through. Let's take that down to 73 flat. Spiked right down to the entry. So let's give it a little bit of space. If not already in it. Give it a couple of ticks anyway. Possibly even a full point. Questions or comments? Nobody said anything for almost for 50 minutes now. Everybody's been listening to me for 50 minutes and I'm running out of things to say. Thanks, Sam. Interesting session this morning. Long-running trades on the pound Aussie and soybeans. The YM went one and done. Crude was losing on three trades the first 9 a.m. session, one and done on the 10 a.m. session. Net loss on the 2 today so far. Russell with a strong opening trade, nice win on the opener, and then 3 quick losses as it consolidated and then gave us a nice successful long. But that trade plan is done. Slow going still on both the pound Aussie and the soybeans trades, although soybeans has hit money management. So your stops should be at 95.5. $11 ticks realized, 3 ticks unrealized. Profit at the moment. Assuming where the stop is. Looks like on the close of this bar, different color signal line on this chart. 95.88, so 96, 95.50. That's going to be right where our stop currently is. So not going to move yet. And then it makes the liar out of me, moves up to 95.75. Oh, yeah. It did move up to 96.25. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I need to do with that. No, that's what it's supposed to be. So now we have 2 ticks in hand times 3 positions. So 6 ticks unrealized. Pound Aussie heading down toward the 200 EMA, just crossed over the stop. 200 EMA at 91.23.5. Pound Micro NQ picking up a new long trade. So we have a long session going this morning. Still have three active charts. Over an hour in this morning. And there is money management again on the Micro NQ. 203 and a quarter for the Micro NQ stop. So this will be at least a break-even trade. And I believe that's target 2. Yep, that's target 2. 232 even. No. Yeah. It's supposed to be 230. Yep, that's 232 even. Pound Aussie coming down to test the 200, looks like. Still about 5 pips above it. So we have a second win on the Micro NQ, and soybean stops out at 95.75, so we pick up 6 more ticks for 17 tick net, 4 1/4 points, 212.50 on not much movement. Unlike the Micro NQ, that, of course, that was just the $201 just on the trailer on a single contract. So soybeans is done. Micro NQ trying to reverse, but stop still at break even. We have not hit our trailing point yet. don't remember what that was. %200 of target 1. So target 1 reward is 16.5. That'd be 33 points. So 236 3/4. Okay, it looks like, except for the fact that we closed below the trailing line, I believe we will move up on this. So if we get a close above that solid cyan line, that's our trailer, 14 EMA. But not that one. Still at 203 3/4. And a short trade, 206.50, spiked through to 205.50. So I'd say take it down to 205. Or 0250. Yeah, I was going to take that down to 205, and it got there. So let's... $204.50. Yeah, no, 205. Yeah, 205. It got down to 5 1/4. See if it survives this. And it didn't. It just got down to, it just touched 205. So we are short now. Picked up 5 ticks on the trailer, or 6 ticks on the trailer. .5, and we got 28.5, so we got 30 points on that. Actually, 1.5 times 3 positions. So we pick up 33 points. One loss and 2 wins. Still not in the short. Yeah, that's right. We are in the short trade. And did it just stop out? $222 flat. Yep, it went to 222 and a quarter. So we're stopped out of that one. That's loss number 2. Still positive. All right, those are 2 charts remaining are moving pretty slowly at this point. We're out of the short trade. That was a full loss on the micro NQ. So I'm going to wrap it up for today, unless there are questions or comments. Regular session tomorrow, crude oil inventory session at 10:30 tomorrow. Have a good one, Pamela, wherever you are at the moment. And we will see everybody tomorrow. YouTube, Sam. You are most welcome. Everyone have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see you at 9:30 tomorrow morning.